What I think about Pravin Gordhan being fired, in fact, it's more about the ANC than about Pravin Gordhan. I feel like the ANC is an organization, and being an organization, it deploys people into cabinet. So when when people start firing shots at Jacob Zuma, saying that he was not supposed to fire Pravin Gordhan, Jacob Zuma is the president. If he's the president, he is the one who's supposed to decide at all times how he feels about the people he deployed. Yes, Pravin Gordhan, he was a people's minister. That is fine, but I feel like that's why we have president in the first place.
What I think about Pravin being fired is it wasn't fair. It was quite unfair because he was called back to the country earlier on and now he's being reshuffled. And no one is saying anything about the president reshuffling the cabinet. So for me, it was unfair. Yeah.
So far, Pravin Gordhan has proven himself to be a very for the people minister of finance. So I don't understand how Zuma could remove him, especially after he was in the US on some investor talk or something. So when he came back, I already suspected that he was going to remove him because there's been talks of a cabinet reshuffle. But I don't understand why him. What has he done?
I think, like most people in the country, it came as a big shock this morning. And I think, like, just following on what's been going on in the news, some of the things that have been articulated was, the rush in the president's decision, how he delivered it, the fact that he did it via a press release rather than addressing the nation directly. But I think one thing that's worrying a lot of South Africans is kind of like where the country is headed in terms of its economic leadership. So without the finance minister and now handing over the reins to Minister Gigaba, who has about 14 years experience in the cabinet as a minister, is a bit irking. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty around it, and even more so, it's giving question to the kind of leadership that's being portrayed by the ANC.
It's a liberal argument. I can't necessarily say a lot about that. Maybe I don't understand how the market really works. But on the issue of reshuffling, it's nothing new. Jacob Zuma has been reshuffling. He's known for shuffling, It's just that he did it on a grand scale. And what he did was he reshuffled ministries that actually do some kind of work, those pockets of excellence in government. Yeah.
I'm torn because, I have my own ideas as to why he wasn't a good, finance minister anymore. As much as he did so much for the economy, completely turned it around from 2014 till now.
Personally, I think Pravin Gordhan was a good finance minister. Compared to like this new guy. I heard the new guy only has a degree in teaching. So now how can a person who has a degree in teaching be Minister of Finance? When did he learn how to take care of financial things?
Melusi Gigaba, okay, the guy has been around. He's been around. I think he's capable. He's been Deputy Minister Minister of Public Enterprises, Minister of Home Affairs. Well, I think we can trust him.
I'm actually not familiar with in terms of like how he works, but from his previous portfolios, apparently he has a really good work ethic in his previous managings, previously as Minister of Home Affairs. But I think it is difficult to kind of account for why he was chosen as Minister of Finance over, let's say, somebody else who may have been more experienced in the given portfolio.
I don't know him and I don't want to crucify him before he starts. All I can say to him is prove yourself. Show us that you are for the people and you're for us.
I believe we should give the new finance minister an opportunity to do what he needs to do as well and prove himself.
Melusi has been the minister of everything now. I think he was once a minister of something totally different from what he's doing now. But the problem with the kind of Jacob Zuma's ministry is that the people he puts there in charge are not necessarily maybe tuned academically towards that ministry that they are working on.